There's something magical about freshly made garlic naan, warm, buttery, soft with just the right crisp, the kind that fills your kitchen with the comforting aroma of home. And the best part, you don't need yeast. You don't need an oven, just a simple flat iron griddle, a handful of pantry staples, and about 20 minutes of your time. Let me show you how. In a bowl, I started with 3/4 cup of warm milk, half a cup of plain yogurt, 3 tablespoons of oil, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Mix them all until smooth. This creamy blend is what gives the naan that melt-in-the-mouth texture. Set it aside for a moment. In another bowl, I took 3 cups of plain flour. You could use wheat flour too, if that's what you usually cook with. Then added 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Mixed it gently, just like we do when preparing dough for flatbread. Then came the moment everything came together. I poured the wet ingredients into the dry ones and stirred it gently with a spatula. But once it all began to come together, I set the spatula aside and used my hands to finish bringing the dough together. As soon as it looked ready, I turned it onto a clean surface and kneaded it softly, only for a few minutes, until it stopped sticking to my hands. This dough was neither too soft nor too stiff, just right, like the kind of softness you'd expect from a perfect naan. I greased a bowl lightly, placed the dough in it, brushed a little oil on top, and covered it with a damp cloth. Let it rest for 10 quiet minutes. After 10 minutes, the dough was ready. I divided it into balls slightly larger than what you'd normally use for a regular flatbread. I placed them aside, turned to the star of this recipe, the garlic topping. I took about 10 to 12 fresh garlic cloves, finely chopped them, and mixed them with a handful of fresh parsley. You could use coriander or mint, whatever speaks to your kitchen. The fragrance at this point, absolutely irresistible. Take some water in a bowl, you'll be needing it later. Then one by one, I started gently rolling out the dough balls. Sprinkled the garlic herb mix on top. Pressed softly with a rolling pin to seal all that flavor into the surface. And here's the trick that makes all the difference. I flipped the naan and brushed water on the backside. That helps it stick to the hot flat iron griddle when you place it down. As it began to puff and bubble, I carefully flipped the entire griddle over the flame, letting the upper side cook in direct heat, just like in a traditional Indian oven. The golden spots, the roasted edges, the rising bubbles, it was a sight to love. Now, I'd love to know something from you. What kind of flatbread do you make at home to serve with gravies and stews? Is there a traditional recipe that's been passed down in your family? Or do you have your own favorite way of making flatbread soft and flavorful? I'd truly love to hear what your dinner table looks like. Each naan cooked perfectly. I brushed them with butter while still hot, soft, glossy, full of flavor. But here's a little kitchen secret I always follow. Once they're all done, I wrap them in a clean kitchen towel for 10 minutes. That simple step keeps them extra soft, like they've just come off the griddle. And when I finally serve them, still warm, still fragrant, with a bowl of buttered chicken on the side, it felt like the perfect ending to a long day. Until next time, take care and happy cooking.